Picture this. I'm a retired Marine, sipping coffee on my quiet Texas ranch, when I open my mailbox to find 93 parking tickets. Me. A guy who hasn't owned a car in 7 years, and a notice threatening to seize my land over unpaid fines from an HOA I've never even heard of. What started as a bizarre mix-up turned into a war against a slick con artist named Travis Cole, who thought he could steal my slice of peace. But he didn't count on me digging up his whole crooked empire and watching it burn. Let me take you back to that morning in Redstone County, Texas, when a stack of tickets sparked a fight that saved my ranch, exposed a real estate scam, and showed a community what it means to stand tall. I'm Nate Callahan, 64, a Marine Corps vet who served 32 years before hanging up my boots to live the life I always dreamed of. Open land, no noise, just me, my old hound, Rusty, and a sky full of stars brighter than any city light. My 40-acre ranch is my sanctuary, self-sustaining with a vegetable patch, a few chickens, and a beat-up Jeep I rarely drive. I don't bother folks, and they don't bother me. I sold my last truck years ago, getting by with a four-wheeler for chores or a neighbor's ride to town. I sell tomatoes and peppers at the local farmer's market. Not for cash, my pension's enough, but for the chatter, the handshake, the sense of belonging. So, when I pull those 93 tickets from my mailbox, each one from Oak Hollow HOA, claiming I owe $32,000. My first thought's a scam. Then I see the lien notice, pay up, or lose the ranch. My blood runs cold, this ain't junk mail. Next day, it's real. A guy in a sharp suit and shades rolls up in a black Mercedes, pins a legal notice to my gate post without knocking, and peels out. Rusty growls, but I'm already ripping it down, official, stamped. A lien filed to seize my land. I'm floored, staring at my name on a document tying me to an HOA 50 miles away for a car I don't own. I'm a man who faced bullets, but this feels like a gut punch. A year ago, life was simple. I'd rise before dawn, brew black coffee, feed the hens while Rusty chased grasshoppers. One market day, a kid named Travis, early 20s. All smiles, struck up a chat about crops, weather, his old Camaro needing a spot while he fixed it. Got plenty of land, I said, not thinking twice. Park it for a week. He left the car by my barn, shook my hand, and vanished. Weeks passed, then months. The Camaro stayed, number disconnected, so I tarped it behind the barn, figuring it wasn't hurting anyone. My mistake. Strange things started after that. Empty envelopes in my mailbox, a 3 a.m. knock with no one there, tire tracks by my fence. Rusty'd growl, but I brushed it off, thinking kids or pranks. Now, holding those tickets, it clicks. Someone's playing dirty, and that Camaro's the key. I head to the county clerk's office, my Jeep rattling the whole way. The clerk, a kind woman named Judy, squints at her screen. Says here your land's under Oak Hollow HOA's jurisdiction, she says, puzzled. Filed 6 months back. Some expansion plan. I'm stunned. I'm outside city limits, Judy. No neighborhood. No HOA. She shrugs. Paperwork's there. Maybe a mix-up. Mix-up? My ranch is on the line. I call Oak Hollow's numbers, voicemails, no callbacks. More tickets arrive. Then a final notice. 5 days till they start foreclosure. Sitting on my porch, Rusty at my feet, I mutter, I face deserts and firefights. I'll be damned if I lose my home to this. I drive to Oak Hollow, a glossy town of white fences and perfect lawns, too clean, like a movie set. The HOA office is all glass and smiles. But the receptionist's grin fades when I hand her the lien notice. I'm Nate Callahan, I say. You sent this. I don't live here, don't own a car. Her eyes flicker. You'll need the manager, she says, voice tight. He's out. I cross my arms. I'll wait. An hour passes, no manager. I stretch my legs, spot a records room door ajar, and head toward it, curious. A sharp voice stops me. Sir, leave now. 2 guards block my path. Kyle, young and twitchy, and an older guy, built like a tank. Residents only, Kyle says. You're trespassing. I raise my hands, calm. Funny. Your HOA's trespassing on my life with 93 tickets. They point to the door, no answers. I leave, boots crunching gravel. But not before spotting a familiar Camaro parked at a house with a for sale sign. Same dents, same plates. Travis's car. This ain't random. Back home, I'm rattled but resolute. I call my old Marine buddy, Frank Russo, a private investigator in a nearby town, tough as nails and sharp as a tack. Over coffee at his cluttered office, I spill it all: tickets, LIEN, Travis. The Camaro, the creepy vibes. Frank leans back, stroking his beard. This reeks, he says. Not just a mix-up. This is a con, and it's deep. We dig into public records, and it's a bombshell. Oak Hollow HOA is a business, owned by Travis Cole, the kid who parked that car. Worse, his expansion plan maps my ranch as the final piece for 50 new homes, millions in profit. They set you up. Frank says. Travis used his car to fake violations, tied your land to their HOA, racked up fines to force you out. Then we find it. A forged deed, my signature scrawled. Notarized by one Ellen Marsh, who died 8 months ago. My jaw clenches. This is felony fraud. That night, a text hits my burner phone. Back off or lose it all. I spot a car on the hill. Windows dark. Watching. Next morning, my gates open, kitchen windows smashed, papers tossed, my safe holding my granddad's will, discharge papers, and real deed gone. Rusty's limping. Blood on his leg from a shallow cut. I hug him tight, rage boiling. They hurt my dog, I growl. Frank's on it, hiring a forensic expert to prove the signature's fake. Calling vet legal aid to stall the lien. We need a confession, he says. Bait Travis. I'm uneasy but agree. He thinks I'm cornered, so we'll play that card. I'm no stranger to traps. I set plenty in the core. We call Travis from a burner, my voice low, beaten. You win, I say. I'll sign. Meet me at Oak Hollow Park, noon tomorrow, alone. He's smug. Knew you'd fold. Frank hides a recorder in my jacket. Test it thrice. If it goes south, walk, he warns. I nod, feeling the old battlefield calm. At the park, I'm on a bench by a fountain, sun high. Kids playing nearby. Travis pulls up in a gleaming SUV, shades on, swagger like a cheap gangster. He sits, smirking. Smart move, Nate, he says, taking the fake deed I hand over without checking. Always this easy? I ask, casual. He laughs. Push hard enough. People break. That signature of yours? Spot on. We'll clear your land, build mansions, make millions. He leans in, cocky. Thought you'd fight, old man, but you caved. I stand slow. That's all I needed. His smirk dies as Frank steps from the trees, phone recording. You set me up, Travis shouts. Reaching for his pocket, but Frank's voice booms, hands up. Sirens wail, Sheriff Carter, tipped off, rolls in, cuffs Travis on the spot, his protests drowned by the recorder's playback. That night. I'm asleep when smoke chokes me, Rusty's barking, flames eating my barn. I grab an extinguisher, run barefoot, Frank already hosing smaller fires from the guest shed. We save the house, chickens. But the barn's ash, my granddad's legacy, torched. Fire chief's blunt, gasoline, deliberate. I know it's retaliation. Dawn breaks, and I'm staring at the ruins when Frank spots tracks to the woods. We sprint, hearts pounding, catching a kid by an ATV, Evan, the HOA's desk clerk, hood up, terrified. They paid me, he sobs. Mr. Black said scare him, said it's legal. Frank's eyes meet mine. Someone's above Travis. Evan's hauled off, spilling texts, payments, a burner phone tied to Mr. Black. The sheriff digs into Travis's office, linking him to 2 other scams, same forged deeds. Fake fines. News hits, vet fights HOA land grab, my story viral. I'm on my porch, cameras flashing, telling it straight, Travis's con, the fires, Rusty's limp. The county freezes the lien. But that night, my chicken coop burns. I chase another figure, lose them in the dark, but a deputy's patrol saves the rest. Frank's relentless, tracing bank transfers to WCH Holdings, a shell company tied to Owen Blackwell, an Austin real estate mogul and ex-councilman. Mr. Black, running 5 HOAs, targeting vets and widows for cheap land grabs. Evans texts nail him, orders to burn Callahan out. We take it to the Texas AG, piling evidence. Forged deeds, dead notary's seal, Evans' confession, Travis's recording. The AG raids Blackwell's empire, 42 federal charges, fraud to arson. Travis flips, crying in court, exposing Blackwell's decade-long scam. Others scatter, but I'm still here. The lien's gone. Deeds back, framed above my fireplace. Neighbors, vets, even kids rebuild my barn and coop, one naming a hen Freedom. My ranch is scarred, black streaks, new fences, but it's mine. Folks who nodded politely now bring pie, tools, stories. I write my tale, sharing what it means to fight for home, speaking at vet halls, my words sparking reform talks in Austin, HOA oversight. Fine caps, fraud protections. But 2 weeks back, a note came, no address, you'll pay in sharp ink, a photo of my coop, flames circled. Maybe it's Blackwell's old pal, hiding or nothing. My gates are locked, Rusty's alert, neighbors watch my back, but it sits there, heavy. This taught me, crooks like Travis and Blackwell bank on fear, but truth paper trails, grit. A hound's bark holds fast. I wanted peace, not a war, but sometimes you gotta dig deep to keep what's yours. Where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. Ever fought a Travis? Was I right to bait him, or should I have sold out? That note, what's your play? Let's talk, because these fights aren't just about land, they're about heart, and silence lets the Blackwells win.